Hello, everybody, and welcome to Social Work 668. We are here to introduce ourselves and go through kind of an overview of the entire course and then weekly content for week one. So my name is Dr. Leslie Harris. I am going to be your professor throughout the spring semester of 2022. And I would like to introduce my co-facilitator in this process.
My name is Brandon Mitchell.
And Brandon is an awesome PhD student that we have in our program here at the Kent School. And he is going to be really co-instructing, assisting through all parts of the course. So you lucked out this semester in that you have two of us instead of one. So with that being said, I am going to share my screen and I'm going to bring up the PowerPoint for this week. And we're going to tell us a little more, we're going to tell you a little bit more about ourselves in 1 minute. Okay, so again, this is Social Work 668 Program Evaluation. So a little bit about myself. I'm an associate professor here at the University of Louisville. I have been in Louisville for 7 years, and I'm originally from Chicago, but I moved here from Los Angeles where I did my PhD at UCLA. I wanted to share with you a few projects that I've been working on that involve program evaluation, just so that you are familiar with them when I bring them up in class, because sometimes I like to give real world experiences that I'm working on in relationship to course content, because I found in the past that that helps students by giving examples, especially when things aren't clear or we've come into face with ethical dilemmas or trying to problem solve in the field. So the longest program evaluation I've been working on is in partnership with Save the Children in Vietnam. So that was a very long project that's lasted over 12 years, but the bulk of that work happened in between 2007 and 2012 in a smaller city known as Haiphong, on the northern coast of the country. And so the first step of that project was to do a large-scale needs assessment with over 400 grandparents who are raising grandchildren due to HIV/AIDS. And that country and that region was very highly impacted by the HIV epidemic because of opioid trafficking into that area, because it's a coastal city. So that project has lasted several years, and we've gone through all the steps of developing a logic model, developing a program, which are known as empathy clubs, which are really support groups with wraparound services for grandparents who are raising grandchildren in rural and urban areas. But I will tell you more about that project throughout the semester. The current project I'm working on right now is with the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians, and that is their family safety program, which is really their child welfare program in Cherokee, North Carolina. And for that program as well, we developed an onboarding manual that is oriented and grounded in the cultural heritage of the Cherokee tribe, along with orienting employees to the foundation of child abuse being and substance use being in historical grief and trauma. So that was largely guided by the tribe, but the evaluation team for that project was external. So that is my role in that project, and I'll be sharing different aspects of that project, including our logic model with you, which is one of your assignments throughout the semester. I also am a mother of 3 children, very young children, who are actually at home today because of a snow day. So I apologize for any noise that comes above, but just know that we are all in this struggle together with the pandemic. And I've worked with many parenting students over the years. So please reach out to me if anything comes up, because I know we are still in unstable times with the pandemic, and it's a hard time for parents. With that being said, I'd like to introduce Brandon, and he's going to tell you a little more about himself.
Thanks, Dr. Harris. So my name is Brandon Mitchell. Like I was saying, I'm a doc student here in the Kent School of Social Work, starting up my last semester of coursework, so year 2. I grew up in Michigan, so we have a couple scenic shots here on the slide. And my cat, Camille, who is not, I think she's probably sleeping on the heating vent right now because it's so cold in my house. Yeah, so I also have some good program evaluation experience. I got my master's from the University of Michigan, and we did a year-long program evaluation with a community mental health provider, which I can talk more about later on throughout the course. Um, and also, I think it's important that Dr. Harris also and I have collaborated on some ongoing research projects, so we also have a good rapport. And we'll both be here, I think, to support you throughout the semester. Thanks.
Well, thank you, Brandon. So this information is available in your syllabus, but we reiterate that we find the best first touch point with us as instructors is email. And many of us teach multiple courses, so it would be really helpful when you do email us, even if it's to set up a phone meeting or a Teams meeting, that you put social work 668 in the subject heading, just so that we can place you within the larger curriculum. And that's especially important in the beginning of the semester. We're not a large class, we have about 20 students, so over get to know you and form closer relationships with you. But here are our two email addresses. You can set up an appointment with us at any time. Between the two of us, we will pretty likely be able to accommodate you with your first choice. But again, let us know if you prefer phone, Teams, or Collaborate. By appointment. And Brandon has also generously offered to do a virtual office hour every week. And we sort of decided that would be good for him to rotate that every week, so that we can hit different students' preferred timetables, because we often have students that are all over the world that take this course. So what to expect in this course. I'm going to take you through some of the key bits of information that you need to know, but I just want to start off this semester positive and say you are going to be doing amazing things in this semester. So sometimes students are intimidated by research methods, intimidated by this idea of doing a program evaluation, because it's very different than, let's say, your practice courses or what you've been doing throughout the program. But this is a super exciting class, and it's developed to help you build confidence in program evaluation, because anytime you are going to be developing and implementing a new program, a new intervention, a new practice innovation in the field, you want to be able to ground that in a tried and true process, in a rigorous process. So that's what we're going to take you through in this semester. So we hope that it's super applicable to what you're doing currently in the field and your future goals. So you'll be so proud of yourself as you progress throughout the semester, and you're all going to do amazing. The structure of this course is that each week we are going to open the course on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So sometimes I do open lessons early, and I will do an announcement for that to alert you that it's been opened early that week. There's typically 3 or 4 steps per weekly lesson. So they are designed to really give you an orientation video from one of us every week. So we're going to really look back at the prior week, orient you to what you are going to experience in the current week. And I want to really emphasize common issues, so important content for that week. And I really will repeat that so it sinks in. So we typically have until the following Monday at 11:59 p.m. to complete all the tasks. So you will have a weekly video, which you can watch, and we always upload the PowerPoint as well for your notes. Then you will have a soft chalk lesson, which you will interact with in terms of matriculating through modules and usually answering multiple choice questions or responding to short answer questions within that. And that's typically worth 2 points out of the total 5-point participation that you can earn every week. We suggest that you use Firefox if you are experiencing any issues with the soft chalk. That is really touch and go with students. Mine works well using Google Chrome, but sometimes switching platforms is helpful. Then you will get a weekly assignment. So that is either a discussion board or a blog or something where you are reporting back to us what you are learning. And this class is designed in a very clever way in the sense that each assignment that we ask you to do builds to your papers. So your papers include a needs assessment, a logic model, and then a final program evaluation. So these weekly assignments are not wasted. This is not busy work. You are actually writing and working on different sections of your paper, which then you can copy and paste into your larger assignments for this course. So that's your major paper at the end of the semester where you put together all these different pieces. Okay, so again, like I said, participation points is worth 5 points every session. You will get 2 points for your soft chalk and then 3 points for your weekly participation exercise. If there's a discussion board, you will also be instructed to interact with your peers. So that usually looks like responding to 2 of your peers' comments in the discussion board. And then Brandon and I will give you individual feedback, and then we're also going to interact with you in the discussion board on those weeks. Like I said before, there's really 3 major assignments in this course and then a final presentation. So the first is the needs assessment of a group, which is your population of focus. The second is your logic model. The third is your full program evaluation. And I just want to let you know that the needs assessment, you're actually going to be out in the field collecting data. You're going to do the needs assessment, but for the logic model and program evaluation, you are really proposing to do a project. So these are 2 proposal assignments. We do not expect you to actually develop a program, implement it, and then evaluate it. And then you have a professional presentation, which is really like a pitch to an organization of what program you have developed and how you plan to evaluate it. So we're going to take you through these assignments throughout the semester, but just to give you an overview. So under the weekly discussion tab, you can expect step-by-step instructions for the week, and everything is embedded. So any sort of links that are there will take you external. So we have all the readings embedded in there. So you should not have to go find any information for yourself unless it's, an external research process. So this kind of gives you a snapshot of what you're going to find. So every week you're going to see the readings and the instructions, and then the readings will be linked here. Then you're going to see this step by step. So there's usually a welcome email and our embedded YouTube video for the week in the PowerPoint presentation, and then the discussion board. So this is a snapshot of week 1. So step 2 is who am I? And that's when you are going to record your brief introduction for this week where we all get to see each other. So for this week, session 1, we are going to do introductions. We are going to do a quick survey. This is not graded. This is just so that I can get an understanding, or that we can get a temperature read of how experienced you are with program evaluation. What are your concerns? What do you look forward to in this class? And then we have a brief journal entry. Okay, so looking forward to next week, we are going to be covering ethical issues in program evaluation. So we're going to do the Royce et al. Chapter 2. You are going to read the NASW Code of Ethics. You are going to be reading this Cole's article on 10 strategies for enhancing multicultural competency, and then the American Evaluation Association's guiding principles for evaluators. So some final words. I just want to give you some hints on how to be successful. I want you to pick a program or a population of focus that you are interested in, but you also have access to. So this could be through your job, this could be through your practicum. I've had students in the past do this just based on an organization that they used to work for, but they're closely connected to. This course moves pretty fast, so you don't want to spend a lot of time having to reach out to organizations. Do something that you're already connected with. Secondly, keep up with the workload. Like I said, this class moves fast, but everything builds. So there's no wasted assignments in this course. There's really no busy work. If you have questions, ask. Communication is key. If you fall behind, reach out right away and let us know. We'll come up with an action plan, and just stay calm and keep moving your assignments along as you go. Okay, so we're going to have weekly motivations. So this week, do not stress, do your very best, appreciate each step and forget the rest. And secondly, the key to success is to start before you are ready. So I don't know about you, but I do not feel ready to start this semester after winter break, but we're going to do it anyways. And the most important part is really starting, the very first step. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So it's so wonderful to meet you all, and we look forward to working with you very soon. Reach out to us at any time and take care.